What up, you guys? Slim here, Team Purple Panda. Here to do another card discussion. I'm glad this one actually came in. I've actually been meaning to do a card discussion on this for a while. This one came in from Godslayer05, so shout out to them. We're going to talk about actually one of my favorite cards right now. This has really, showed its potential in this format. And, a couple formats, when it came out, it really wasn't thought to be that much, but now it's really, reached a point where people recognize the card and recognize what it can do, and it's a really good card. We're going to talk about Swap Frog, you guys. I know a lot of people probably don't even know what Swap Frog does, because some people just don't, they don't really mess with frogs. I think frogs are weird, that they don't really make sense or anything. And this couldn't be more true. For people who don't know, Swap Frog is basically like a Foolish Burial, and it's a reusable Foolish Burial. So basically, you summon Swap Frog. Your normal summon of Swap Frog would be summon Swap Frog, and you can send any frog from your deck to your grave. Well, naturally, you're going to send Treeborn Frog, because you want to load your graveyard. If you don't have that, you can send Rodent Totem, or you can send Dupe Frog. Those are usually your main options, and that's how Swap Frog gets started. You normal summon it. You can also special summon it by discarding, a water type monster. So the best one actually to discard is Fishborg, because you want Fishborg in the graveyard anyway. So basically the play goes like this: you start with these, you discard, you special, search your deck, send Treeborn or Rodent Totem or Dupe Frog, reshuffle, and then Swap Frog has the ability to bounce back to your hand. So basically you bounce it back, and that's your special summon. You can set something else as your normal summon for the turn. So Swap Frog is really versatile in that sense. It is the core engine of the Frog Monarch deck. For people who don't know the Formula Monarch deck, you run 3 Swap Frog, you run the Rodent Totem, the double to triple Treeborn, the 1 Rodent Totem, the 1 Fishborg. It's amazing. This engine is also used in my version of Fish FTK that I've been talking about for a really long time. People have seen the deck list, they've seen the how everything sets up. It's basically your other out when you can't, open with Gold Stark DDR and you need to be able to summon Qualicant. The best way to do it is, normal summon Swap Frog, get Treeborn in there, and then, get Rodent Totem in there, and, True Nade away your opponent's stuff, and then go off from there. That's basically how the deck runs when you don't have the Gold Stark DDR to open with. Because it's really hard to play out of, if you don't. You have to be able to stall for time. You have to be able to really just make your opponent waste their sources on cards that aren't that important. And if you can get into Solemn Warning or, do away with Swap Frog, it's really good. But, Swap Frog's a great card. Like, it really has made frogs and, just like fish in general, like water-type decks, given them so much potential to do so many things because, like I said, it's a reusable Foolish Burial. You thin your deck alone by sending one to the graveyard, and that's really good because when you need to, thin your deck to get to the cards you need, Swap Frog really does a good job at that. On that note, with the fish deck, that's how you basically set up your plays so that, like I said, if you don't draw the OTK, you have ways to play out of it. Because if you don't have ways to play out of it, you're going to lose really fast and it's going to be really bad. But Swap Frog offers so much versatility in a lot of engines. The main one being the Formula Monarch, the original Fish FTK, if people remember that deck. And, even now, Formula Monarch are doing okay, but their engine is amazing with Swap Frog. It works really well. People have made Water Tengu Synchro with Swap Frog, which is really good. Swap Frog is just very versatile. I have nothing negative to say about Swap Frog at all. It's an amazing card that, you can special summon without wasting your normal summon. And I mean, even if you do normal summon them, it's always a plus if you can get Treeborn in the grave. I mean, that's really important against decks that like to tribute a lot like Frog Monarch, or just decks that need to be able to stall for time like Fish. And, they also tribute. So, I mean, Swap Frog does a lot of work. There's really not much more to say, you guys. If you do run a Formula Monarch deck, you already know you have to run 3 of these. You have to run your Treeborn. You have to run your Rodent Totem. These 3 kind of just go hand in hand. I really don't see a lot of decks that don't run them all together. Dupe Frog is in Fish because sometimes you need to stall. So, I mean, you do run Dupe Frog depending on your variant. I mean, Dupe Frog's not bad. Dupe Frog can search you a Swap Frog, which is sometimes really important. So, that's all I really got to say about Swap Frog, you guys. It's a really versatile card. It really has made, a lot of the fish and frog decks really take off because of its, its bouncing ability and its pitching ability. And, that does a lot for engines that need, consistency and need ways to stall out if need be. So that's all I gotta say about Swap Frog, you guys. It's an amazing card. I love it. I think every water deck should run it. Any deck that's going to tribute, run it. Trust me, it's the fastest way to get your Treeborn in the grave if you're not running the Undyne engine. Plus, it works really great with Fishborg, with Rodenton, and Dupe Frog, all those cards. That's all I gotta say, you guys. Check it out. Leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think of Swap Frog. I think Swap Frog's amazing. I got a couple more ideas, and then I'm actually out of ideas. I've actually ran through all of them that I can possibly do today. So, please continue to send me your ideas. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.